Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Maths Smart Tips. Today in this video I am discussing about the LPP of GATE 2021 Mathematics. This is the part 2 video. The part 1 video link will be in the description and also in the I tab. So let's get start the video, and before starting the video I am requesting you to all those who are new in my channel, please like the video, comment if you have any doubt in the comment section below, and subscribe the channel. So let's start. Let's start with question number 55, that is the last question, which comes from LPP. The question says that let X be an optimal solution of the linear programming problem P, that is maximize 4x1 plus x2 minus 3x3 subject to these three conditions, where x1, x2, x3 are the non-negative conditions and where a and b are the real numbers. If y bar is an optimal solution of the dual of this LPP, then the question is that what is the value of p plus q plus r, round up to 2 decimal places. Now first we write the dual of this linear programming, since the question for dual. So let's start the dual first. So the dual of this linear programming is minimum of z star. Suppose this is maximum of z, so minimum of z star equal to this 10y1 plus 3y2 plus 11y3, and subject to the constraint 2y1 plus y2, since this is the first constant, so y2 plus 2y3. Yeah, this is less equal to type, so this is the greater equal to type, and the first is c1, that is 4. Then 4y1 plus 4y1 minus y2 plus 3y3 is greater equal to 1, and the third constant is ay1 plus by2 plus 5y3, which is greater equal to minus 3. So this is the dual of the primal problem, where y1, y2 and y3 satisfy the non-negativity condition. So this is the dual of this primal problem, and here it is given that 11/3, 2/3 and 0 is a solution of this primal problem. That means that it is given that x3 equal to 0 here. Now the main theorem behind this problem is the complementary slackness theorem for duality. Now the complementary slackness theorem says that first one, if the strict inequality occurs in ith constant of the primal in its optimal form, that is this is the optimal solution, and we check for which this constraint satisfies the strict inequality, then the ith variable of the dual is 0 in its optimal solution. That means the optimal solution for the dual, the ith variable is 0 if the ith constant of the primal satisfies the strict inequality. So let's put the value of the optimal solution to these inequalities and check which is the strict inequality. Now let us start from the first. So here it is a and it is b. So these two are, check what this is 2, not these two are not so important because we don't know the value of a and b. So let us put in the 3, constant 3. So the value of this is 2 into 11/3 plus 3 into 2/3. So this is equal to 22/3 plus 6/3, which is equal to 28/3, and which is equal to 9 point something, and which is strictly less than 11. Here it is 11. So the third constant satisfies the strict inequality. Therefore from this theorem, the third variable of the dual is 0 in its optimal solution. So here it is given that PQR is an optimal solution. Therefore, the third variable is R, which is 0 directly from this theorem. Therefore, we get here R equal to 0. Now we come to the second part of the theorem. If the jth variable of the primal is non-zero in its optimal, here it is the optimal solution, and the jth primal variable is non-zero, that means the first and the second variable are non-zero, then the jth constant of the dual is strict equality, I repeat, in the optimal form. That is, if these two are non-zero, then the first two inequalities converted to equality in its optimal form. That means, since PQ and R is an optimal solution, so this PQ and R is satisfied these two inequalities and converted these two inequalities in its equality form. That means the form of these two constants becomes 2 into P plus Q plus R, 2 into R, and the value of R should be 0 from here. This is equal to 4 since it is converted to the strict inequality. So that means 2P plus Q equal to 4. So this is an equation. And the second, from the second inequality, so this is 4 of P minus Q plus 3 into R equal to 1, strict equality. So this implies the value of R is 0. So 4P minus Q is equal to 1. So this is the second equation. So we have two equation and two unknown. So let's solve these two equation, 2P plus Q. So we put the value of Q from 2 to 1. So this implies Q equal to 4P minus 1, and put it in 1, we get 2P plus 4P minus 1 equal to 4. So this gives 6P equal to 5, and this gives P equal to 5 by 6. So we get the value of P, and now the value of Q from 2, it should be 4 into 5 by 6 minus 1, and which gives 4 5s are 20 minus 6, so 14 by 6. So we get the value of P and Q, which is 5 by 6, and the value of Q should be 14 by 6. So we get the value of PQ, and the value of R we get it is 0. So the question says that the value of P plus Q plus R, so simply addition. So P plus Q plus R, this is equal to 5 by 6 plus 14 by 6, which is equal to 19 by 6, and which is nearly equal to 3.16. So up to 2 decimal places, this is the correct answer. So if the video is helpful for you, then please give a like to this video, and the part 1 video link will be also in the description and for this I tab. So let's check it out. So thank you for watching, friends.